Alright, in this video I'm going to make a homemade feather board. I just grabbed this piece of scrap which happened to be 3/4 inch. It fits nicely in the slot, it's nice and tight. So I'm just going to mark about where the center of the blade is, maybe push it this way just a little bit. Go ahead and mark this, and we're going to cut this out so that it's even with or just above the track down here. Alright, now let's cut this off. About there. So I have this piece of scrap MDF laying around. Is MDF the best thing to use for a feather board? I don't think so, but it's what I happen to have close, and I need one that's just going to be temporary right now. And if it lasts for a while, great. If it doesn't, I can deal with that. So I'm going to be cutting this at a 15-degree angle. Now that I have my 15-degree angle, I'm just going to place it up against the blade, about where it's going to go there. And then I'm just going to mark underneath here, because I'm planning on reinforcing this with a clamp, spring clamp on the outside. Let's go ahead and just cut this off at that same 15-degree angle. Alright, I'm not sure what the best application would be for the fingers on this thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and strike a line at 3 inches, and we'll go from there. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I grabbed my piece and I just struck some lines. Those lines are about 3/8 apart from each other, and I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on the table saw and cut out a bunch of these feathers. Alright, there we go. They're not all equal, but that's okay. I think that they're going to work. Alright, so I got my track piece in. I got this piece up against the blade so that it's square against the blade. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this here, and then I'll be able to pull it back about that far, which is about 2.5 inches worth of travel over here on this side. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's mark this. Let's mark one here. Let's mark one here. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a slot that runs this way. One here. One about there. And then I'll go ahead and drill a hole in the bottom here, have it sticking up, and have some screws or some wing nuts on the top of this, so that we can loosen it up, move it back and forth. Alright, so I got these measured out. I got a couple of pip marks where I want to drill this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and drill this thing, and then I'll end up using these screws to come up from the bottom. And I'll just screw a piece of wood on the top as a knob. Just going to go ahead and drill these. Before I mark this up and cut it up, I'm going to go ahead and take this back to the saw, and I'm going to set it on top of the rail and then drill the holes. Alright, so I've got my runner in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and place this up against the blade and at least mark these. Alright, now I'm going to take this off and drill the holes all the way through. Alright, now I'm just going to countersink the bottom. Alright, we're just going to put some screws in here for anchors. And I'm just going to super glue them into place. Just make sure they're set below the surface here. Looks good. Alright, now I'm just going to strike a line between these two pilot holes that I had drilled. on the outer edges of them, and I'll just use that as a guide for my jigsaw. Drill these holes out a little bit larger so that we can get our jigsaw blade in there. So I have this round stock. I'm not sure what size it is. It kind of looks like 1 5/8 or 1 9/16 or something like that. And I'm going to use this for knobs. I'm just going to cut off about 1 inch here, 1 inch here, and then I'll just use these as knobs. Alright, so now I'm going to take my knobs here and I'm just going to eyeball a center portion here. Look for the center, just eyeball it, drill a hole.
Mike, are you filming right now?
Yep.
Oh, hi everybody.
Alright, so here's the finished product. Just went ahead and screwed these on. This is adjustable in and out like that. And I'll try it out tomorrow. Alright, let's get our motherboard in place here. This is a little bit ham-fisted, but it seems to work pretty well.